Today we're going to be solving the surface area of a rectangular pyramid. Remember that surface area is the area of all the faces. So on this pyramid, we're going to first solve the base, which is a rectangle, as you can see. From that rectangle, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles that come off from the base and meet at a point. So we're going to solve for 4 triangles, and then we're going to solve for a rectangle. We're going to solve for the area of each of those shapes. So let's first start with the base, which is a rectangle. Remember that the formula to solve the area of a rectangle is length times width. So if you can see here, the length of this rectangle is 8, and the width is 4. So we're going to do 8 times 4, which is 32. So I now know the bottom is 32. Then we're going to solve for this front triangle. And remember that the formula for the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So the base for this triangle is 8 times the height, which is this drop down point, is 12. And then we're going to divide that by 2. And 8 times 12 divided by 2 is 48. So I now know that that front triangle is 48. And since I know in a rectangle that this side is 8, then that means that this side is also 8 because they are congruent. Then that means the height of that back triangle is also 12. So they're going to be identical. So I know that the front one's 48, which means I know that the back one is also 48. Okay, so we're up to 3 faces. 4, 5 is all we have left. So let's solve for this triangle now. So this triangle has a base of 4 times, and then we've got this height that comes straight up and down over here, which is 14. And then we're going to divide that by 2. And 4 times 14 divided by 2 is 28. So I know that this is 28. And again, since this is 4, then I know that this side is 4, and I also know that the height over here is going to be 14. So these are going to be identical to each other. So then I know that this one over here is also 28. So now we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 faces. So the last thing I have to do is just add all of these together. So we're going to add 32 plus 48 plus 48. And some of you might want to just do 48 times 2. That might be easier. And then 28 plus 28. And you could do the same for 28. When I add all of those together, you get 184. It needs a label. It's measured in feet. Area is always squared. So my total surface area is 184 square feet.